Grand Rising light workers, star seed, and those who want to be a little bit better a day at a time. This is your Oya Transformation Oracle reading for Sunday, March the 1st. Bye bye, February. It's been nice knowing you. We got all that Valentine's Day, gotta love me real hard, gotta love me real good, gotta love me real right now stuff out of the way. And then we can move into a less, what's the word? A less tension, less tension kind of an energy. Let's think about spring coming and how that makes you feel. So anyway, Father, Mother, God, ancestors, ascended masters, spirit guides, we come to you now asking for your direction and guidance. We ask you for your protection. We ask that in this reading nothing but the highest energies would prevail. We ask that you protect us from anything less than guidance moving us toward our highest good. This is our first card, which is the numerical energy for Sunday, reminding us just what we can keep in front of us. Keep in front of us by knowing this is a place that we have arrived to from having done the work. And it's from this place we step off into a new way of being. I don't hear my waterfall. Hold that thought right there, babies. Okay, the numerical energy for this Sunday, March 1st, is here. Guide me, protect me, give me a message from the masters to the masses. And the numerical energy for Sunday is that of teaching and learning. Teaching and learning. The colors are purple and green, representing the crown chakra and the heart chakra. Learning from a higher perspective. It's a 12, which is reduced to a 3. And 3s represent creativity, assertiveness, initiative, action, and service. Teaching and learning. That's what we are to keep in front of us for this Sunday's energy. It is a time of teaching and learning. Learning about spiritual things, teaching about spiritual things, and coming from a heart space. Now, got rid of the background noise. Thank you. The second card speaks to what we have already mastered. And this is the energy of the past, the recent past, that which we have already mastered, that brings us to our next unfolding. So, what is it you want to remind us, Spirit, that we have already mastered, that we can take in our toolbox to walk into a new way of being? Messenger of abundance. Wonderful news regarding your career. A new job, a promotion, or acceptance into an excellent school comes into your life. You might feel ready to do something that's challenging and fulfilling. This situation may involve someone who's fun to be around and sometimes mischievous. This person, who may be you, is youthful, optimistic, and very clever. Messenger of abundance. Okay. In the past position, we have already mastered that, or we have already encountered an opportunity to learn, because this is what the message is about, the message is about, to learn and to teach as a playful, clever student and or teacher, or be open to a playful and clever student and teacher. This is something we've already opened ourselves to. And that has allowed us to move into the present position. So we, for Sunday, are teaching and learning, teaching from the heart, teaching about the heart, learning from Spirit, teaching about Spirit in a playful and clever way, so that it's not boring and you get a new perspective. And with that as a foundation, we move into our present position. And the messages for the present for March the 1st, 2020. What is it Spirit would have us be reminded of for March the 1st, 2020? March the 1st, 2020. What would Spirit have us be reminded of in the teaching and learning and playfulness that is in front of us? What should we be reminded of? And Spirit says, what you want wants you. In the present. That's saying to me, if you feel a calling for a thing, or a calling to learn about a thing, or to teach about a thing, then that thing is also calling you. There's a reason why you're feeling that pull. Answer it. Because Spirit will bless you when you answer the call. There are no coincidences. So let's elaborate on that. And that's a 16, which becomes a 7. And 7 speak to boundaries, time, material attachments, and spirituality. So I can hear the spirituality coming through, because that's heart and a crown. A crown and a heart together is spirituality, because it doesn't call for rules, it doesn't call for dogma, it calls for intuition, it calls for deep knowing. And that seems to be the theme. We're looking for our deep knowing, and in that knowing, recognizing that the yearnings and pulls that we get on a daily basis, or specifically we're talking about tomorrow, to take heed, recognize them, and follow the path. It will be a blessed place where you're led. This oracle comes with a healing message for you. First, trust in what you truly want, not the substitutions and the make-dos, but what would really bring you a sense of passion, playful purpose, and fulfillment in your life. You might not know anything more than I want to sing, or I want to write, or I want to help animals, or I want to paint. Start with what you know and hold it in your heart as you do the healing process. Remember that if you have people in your life who are shutting you down, suggesting that what you want is not possible, or that you are aiming too high, then you need this healing too. Perhaps you can inspire them by giving yourself permission to heal. This will naturally open them to the idea that you could give themselves permission, that they could give themselves permission to know and fulfill their unique desires as well. Whether someone chooses to be inspired by you or to be fearful of your innate creative power is completely up to them. Follow your heart. Your heart is leading you to your purpose. It's all spiritual. It's all spiritual because that's who we are. Don't resist your pull. Put both of your hands on your heart. Close your eyes and sit still a while and embrace your heart chakra and ask it, what is your purpose? If you do it for 28 days, I guarantee you, it'll be a mantra, it'll be a meditation, it'll be an opening door for something to do that'll make your heart sing. Third and final card, if we heed the spiritual direction that's been put in place for tomorrow and playfully learn and teach from the heart, and know that we are being guided daily by our spirit guides, by our ancestors, by the indwelling Christ. This is what we can hope to accomplish. What is it we can hope to accomplish? What is it that we can hope? There we go. Spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. So, often these messages flip-flop. what I'm hearing is Spirit has asked us to remember that when you're being pulled to a thing, that often it's about timing. Don't hold back. If you're being pulled in a direction that isn't normally a direction that you would go in, but there's something about it that's pulling you, it's probably your indwelling Christ saying, isn't this what you want? Well, I'm going to show you how to get you what you want by means unbeknownst to you. Let's go a little deeper with the spontaneity. Because we don't ever know exactly how we're going to get where we want to go. And if you got people in your head saying it's too far to go, you could never go, we've never been, nobody ever goes, and that kind of negativity, but yet you're still being pulled, then maybe it's for you to go, and it's for you to go first. So, when you hear these messages, don't hold back. Go. In order to grow and expand as a soul, you must come to the realization that limitations are generally self-imposed. I need to read that again. In order to grow and expand as a soul, you must come to the realization that limitations are generally self-imposed. There is a security that comes with routine. A life lived with no surprises and within a comfort zone is very appealing in this chaotic dimension. But you have to be wary of stagnation. Spontaneity demonstrates to the rest of the world that you are ready for anything, and it also is a characteristic linked to high emotional health. Life is a smorgasbord, so stop constantly hovering near the boring salad bar. You will never know if you like something unless you experience it. Don't let your fear Don't let your fear hold you back. By its very nature, your soul yearns for a new experience. It is something. If something doesn't align with your spirit, that's fine. But at least you have made the discovery. That said, every soul has an individual path, so don't fall prey to peer pressure if you know in your heart that something is not right for you. At the same time, don't let the fear of new experiences stop you from doing something that will make your heart sing. And you know that was right, because I just talked about your singing heart. Ain't nothing like a heart singing, y'all. So, we're going to sing first with the joy that Source Energy has given us, the joy that our God has given us, the mercy that our God has given us, the grace that our God has given us. Let it just roll all over you. We are gifted. And if each one teaches one to be responsible for your path today, to be in tune with your heart today, you've done the best you could. Know that what you're calling for, or what you feel calling for you, is an ultimate union. Move. 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 And see where it carries you. I applaud your journey. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Happy Sunday. And have the best day of your choosing. Namaste.